I'm Carson, I'm 11 years old.
I'm 8 and I'm 9 years old.
And together with the Bower Book Reviewers,
we're accompanied by a special guest, our little sister Kaitlyn.
Hi guys, I'm Kaitlyn and I'm 4 years old.
Guys, do you know what day it is today?
Mother's Day!
We want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Especially our mum.
As we said last week, we made this channel because we want to show our love for reading and writing with children like us.
We'd like to thank everyone for watching our last David Williams video and subscribing to our channel.
And the theme for this week is Jacqueline Wilson. I'll be reviewing Wave Me Goodbye.
And being Mother's Day, I'll be reviewing The Mum Minder.
And Kaitlyn will go first reviewing
Egg in Danger.
As Kaitlyn's only 4, this book is being read to her by an adult, and we're just going to remind her of what it's about. Floppy the dog had a dream about a mother dragon and a baby dragon, and since mother animals are really protective, she started chasing Floppy in protection of her baby dragon. And they came to a part where the baby dragon was down below, and there was a huge rock about to fall on the baby dragon, but Floppy went to the rescue and he saved the baby dragon.
So Kaitlyn, why did the mother dragon roar at Floppy?
Because she didn't want anyone seeing her little baby.
Yeah.
And Kaitlyn, how do you think Floppy felt when the rock started to fall?
He felt a little bit scared, but he was also turning into a super. He was also brave because the baby dragon was going to get hit by the wall, but he also saved the baby dragon.
That's right.
Wave Me Goodbye is about a girl called Shirley who thinks she's going to go on a holiday with her mum, but she's actually sent away as an evacuee to go to the countryside. This book is set in 1939 during the Second World War. Well, I'm going to say a bit about Shirley now. She loves to read and she thinks she's actually quite good at ballet, but she's really not that good. The age rating for this book, I would say, is about 9 to 12, because as the last one was in the last book review, this book is quite long and it's got a lot of formal words, just like Jacqueline Wilson likes to use. Now I'll be giving you a taster of this book. I wandered about, feeling lost and lonely by myself. It was so quiet, unnervingly so. The noise of my footsteps crunching on the path made me feel jumpy. I tried to creep about on tiptoe, but my red dress shoes pinched so much that I couldn't do it for long. I kept hearing little rustles in the vegetation to one side. I wondered if the boys were creeping up on me, ready to leap out and go boo. I swiveled my head from side to side, but couldn't spot Archie's borrowed stripes or Kevin's lank hair and jug ears. They wouldn't be able to keep quiet this long. It was probably just animals. I hoped it was more rabbits. I pictured myself sitting on a tussock, surrounded by little grey rabbits, with maybe a hare and a squirrel too, like in my storybook. I'd tame them by stroking them softly and feeding them tibbits. And then I'd make little clothes for them, a grey dress for little grey rabbit, a blue coat for hare, and a pinky mauve dress for squirrel. I forgot to mention about the characters. Shirley here, the main character, she loves to read just like me, but, well, she thinks she's good at ballet, but she's really not. And her mum is quite protective of her and quite strict, like most mums back in the day. And her dad is at war currently. And yeah, I don't really know much about him. I know that he does some sort of sweeping work or something. And Kevin and Archie, which I mentioned in the taster, they are the people that she moves to live with. and Kevin's really tall and Archie's just a little baby. I like this book because it's funny in its own way but also factual, and I think I can relate to it more since I've done the subject in school. So now I'm going to give this over to my sister Avon to review her book.
As it's Jacqueline Wilson theme this week, I've chosen The Mum Minder as my book. The reason why I chose this book is because I want everyone to care for their mum more than they do. Even if you care for your mum a lot, there's still room for more. And I'll give you a brief outline of this book and a part that I've chosen. We didn't get off to a good start today. Sarah was awake half the night, and Mum had to keep getting up to her. So she was so tired, she slept right through her alarm, and we didn't wake up until Vincent's mum rang the doorbell. "Oh no," said Mum. Something seemed strange to have happened to her voice overnight. She sounded more like my dad than my mum. She stumbled down the stairs in her nightie, croaking to me to put the kettle on. Sarah started yelling for attention, so I put my head round her door. "Look," she said proudly. She was standing up in her cot, hanging on the rail, bouncing her fat little feet. She'd managed to unpop her pyjamas and her nappy. She suddenly stood still and started weeing, a look of wonder on her face. The illustrator of this book was Nick Shout, and he illustrates most of the Jacqueline Wilson books. The main character is Sadie, and the book is from her perspective, but there's also her mum and her little sister Sarah that we did mention in the taster. There's a lot of other characters, like the baby Sarah and her mum have to childmind, but I think there's too much for me to go into detail of that. I think Sarah is a nice, lovely person, and I would like to have her as a friend in real life. And I recommend this book for, I think, 8 to 11-year-olds. I think I'd recommend this book too. Obviously, this is only one of the Jacqueline Wilson books I'm reviewing, and she has loads more, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to review some of them. But she has many more, like some more around this age is The Dinosaurs Pack Lunch. There's other short books like Sleepovers, and then for a little bit older, there's books like Wave Me Goodbye, the one Kirsten reviewed, and there's one called Opal Plumstead, there's one called Cookie. There's loads of different Jacqueline Wilson books that are around different ages, and if you see one of the books on the front page, it shows you all of her books, so you can easily pick from that. We've got Kirsten back here with us, and to end off this video we're going to be asking each other some questions about the books we've just reviewed. So I'm going to start by asking Kirsten, what's the moral of your story?
The moral of my story is being unique, because when Shirley moves to the countryside to be an evacuee, no one's going to like her because they're all originally from the countryside, but she's just moved there, so she just has to find her own way.
Ah, sounds interesting.
So what's the moral of yours?
I think that the moral of my story is, even however independent you want to be, however much you want to do it by yourself, you still sometimes need a little bit of help. You can't just do everything in life by yourself, because she wanted to look after all of the babies. Sadie, this girl, wanted to look after all of the babies by herself, but obviously she needed some help. So I think that's kind of the moral of my story. You do need some help sometimes. So guys, thank you so much for watching.
Wait! I have one more question to ask you. I know it's quite irrelevant, but what is Sadie's last name?
Moving on from that question.
Make sure you click that link in the description down below so you can purchase either of these books.
And please comment down below if there's any specific book you'd like us to review. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell so you can get notified every time we do a new video.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!